Thank you. Please sit down. Please sit down. Thank you. I am very, very anxious to talk to you guys. I am anxious. I just told them, come on, coach, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Let's get this thing rolling. I'm excited. I want to welcome you to my hometown, St. Louis. I also want to apologize for St. Louis, but I'll move back here. I am honored. A great leadership. What's that? What? What did I do? I can't hear you. Am I okay? All right. I want to know something. What happened to adults? I mean, I think adulthood is a mental illness. Something happens to adults that we think that we have to go out and find a job. I had somebody protest the other day. Am I not on right? Oh, we're going to change out? Okay, you know, I'm armed, so. This is Missouri, you know. The most polite state in the union. I can talk from here. I can do that. Stop the clock. No, stop. That's not fair. Stop the clock. No. No. You give me only 30 minutes? No, stop the clock. Okay, I'm going on 10 seconds. Is it any better? All right. Adulthood. Do we have any mothers here? Mothers? Anybody that used to have a mother? You know, I want to ask you women, you mothers, when you were pregnant, did you believe you're having a baby or were you expecting a baby? You cannot tell a pregnant woman, one day I'm going to have a baby. I believe that one day I'm going to have a baby. That woman is expecting a baby. And she's acting like she's going to have a baby. She's preparing the room, having birth parties, buying Pampers and diapers and onesies. She's gone out preparing herself. She knows the day she'll have that baby. That baby only knows mother. The baby does not know daddy or sisters or brothers or aunties or your best friend. The baby does not know the godparent. It knows only mother. All this nourishment, all this food, all this care, all this love comes from mother. That is the only existence that's ever known. But one day that baby will struggle to get away from mother because freedom is natural. Freedom is natural. That child wants to be free. And it will struggle to leave its only environment it's ever known, its only loving, caring person, and it will struggle. And the mother will bring that baby home and keep it clean and keep it nourished and get up at every whimper, hop up out of bed and see what that baby needs and give it everything it wants. But still, one day, that baby will struggle out of her arms onto the floor to crawl because freedom is natural. It doesn't dislike mother. It doesn't love mother any less. Freedom is natural. And that baby will crawl on the floor, and no one has ever told that child, one day, son or daughter, you're going to walk. No one ever taught their child to walk. You didn't teach your children. Your child walks because walking will get that bottle easier than crying for you to get it for him. Freedom is natural. That child will get up on that coffee table and wobble and thinking about the floor. So when let's go to the coffee table, the butt hits the floor. That's what their mind is. And the child will stand up and fall 300 times before the first step. Has never walked. No one ever said you're going to walk one day. Didn't know what walking was, but will still stand up and fail 300 times and never give up. How many times have you failed? Failure is good. Failure teaches you what not to do. The baby will fall down, but the child will still walk, and most of us have photographs or videos of our child's first step. How do you know it's going to be the first step? You see it in their eyes. I'm not going to fall anymore. I'm not going to fall. I'm tired of falling. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to walk today. That child gets up and wobbles and let go of the cover table and bam, bam, bam. And guess what you learn? Walking is just controlled falling. You fall forward, you fall forward. Try to walk. Get out of here when you leave today and try to walk leaning backwards. Leaning back where you came from. Leaning back to crawling. Leaning back in mama's lap. If your mother had loved you enough to keep you from falling and kept you in her arms to keep you from falling, you'd be 45 years old now, unable to walk. Because freedom is natural. It's natural. What happens? You take that child and you put him in daycare, and you got other kids in daycare. The circle of friends is directly associated with where mama put you. So you got your best friends. You didn't pick your friends in daycare. Mama put you in a daycare. So you got friends and your best buddy. You took naps together. You did finger painting together. You got out and you play recess together. And you're friends. You get to be 4 or 5 years old, and your best friend gets a tricycle. You get a Bob Big Wheel. Well, you're not hanging around each other as much anymore because he has tricycle friends and you have big wheel friends now. Still like him, but you got different little things you're doing. You get a little older and your best friend, your napping buddy at daycare, gets a bicycle and you get a pair of roller skates. Okay, he's still cool, he's nice, but I got my roller skating friends, he got his bicycle friends, and you get a little older and you get to maybe he gets a motorcycle. And by the way, anybody got teenagers at home right now? Trust me, they're thinking about your car. Because freedom is natural. you get in that car. See, teenagers are half adults. They're half grown. They have to make the bills, not to have to pay the bills. But your best friend, he has a motorcycle now. You have a car. You don't see very much of him. Your circle of friends, your orbit of friends are now associated with cars. He is associated with motorcycles. And finally, you graduate high school. You're 18 years old now. Your best friend from daycare. You were in diapers together. He was your buddy. He announces he's going to be a doctor. And you're going to be a rock star. See you at reunions. See you at reunions. You will not be able to be his friend. You have to associate with other kids that are going to be what you're going to be. The same thing in this business. You're in a different orbit than all the folks you ever did business with and associated with. All your relatives, I'm a only child with 6 siblings. They're not going where I'm going. So, when I was in the Navy, in my introduction, I left here because they only had warm water ports. I didn't like the cold. I lived in Missouri. But this gentleman dropped 2,800 pounds of steel on me and broke every bone in my body and left me disabled, but I still had a brain. So I could not do the job I was trained to do. I was a high-pressure steel welder, a nuclear welder. They had to X-ray my wells. There could not be any impurities in that well. For a nuclear power plant, there could be no impurities. Great job opportunities. I did not like the work. But $30 an hour in 1971? Oh yeah, I could live with that. So I now became disabled, black, poor, angry, frustrated, and blamed everybody but me. Couldn't be my fault. Couldn't be my fault. So I go to Berkeley where I took a sociology class by a gentleman named Melvin Newton. You may know his younger brother, Huey Newton. And I started running with the Black Panther Party because everybody was angry, and I was angry too, so we started having a pity party about anger. And I realized something, that anger was not going to feed me. I tried poverty. It did not meet my lifestyle. I tried. It didn't work out. All my friends kept saying all the benefits. The Navy took care of me, sent me a check every month. They took care of me. God bless the Navy, they took care of me. What they didn't send me was knowledge. I had to find a way. I could not work. There was no way I could work for 20 and 30 years for nobody. I could not walk, sit, or stand for a long period of time. What job can I get? I had to learn how to be broke or learn how to make income come to me. They call it cash flow. Poor people call it making dough. Rich folks call it cash flow. So I discovered ways to make the income come, and that's why I want to talk to you guys about that. You got to first get your foundation. You got to decide you're going to crawl or you're going to walk or you're going to run. Because that baby, when he starts walking, it's not enough. You don't think about how good it was when I was crawling. You think about how good it's going to be to run. And everybody around you is telling you, don't run, stop running. You could hurt yourself. You're going to, yes, the wall will hit you in the face. Yes. The wall tells you about running. Don't be afraid. Something happens though. That child who've accomplished everything it wanted to accomplish in life, has exceeded in every obstacle that it wanted, overcame everything in front of it, had learned how to achieve their goals. That child reaches adulthood and bam, I can't do nothing. I got to find a job. You may need a job, but you shouldn't want to go find one. You got to find some income. So that child becomes an adult, and now you sit back and find who's going to take care of you. And you got all these people pitying you and telling you how tough it is and how you can't do it because they can't do it, how you can't do it. And so you sit around and you accept this concept that they won't let us go there. They won't let us go there. And you have to be told that because, see, if you get up and go there anyway, you're proving that we are just lazy. It wasn't they, it was we are just lazy. And so they have to talk about you and call your names. They have to tell you, you still in that business? You still in that business? You got to say, you still broke? You still... You know, when I was in Berkeley, they kept telling me this saying. I went to Berkeley, folks, to find out how to make money. I got very frustrated when I realized the buildings were named after folks making money. I never met them. The professors were broke. I don't know what you're going to teach me. I know how to be broke. I don't know. So I'm in school, and they kept saying to me, Mason, because I was very outspoken. I was, I'm paying you money. I did not go to Berkeley on a scholarship. I'm paying money every quarter, and I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. They said, Mason, if I give you a fish, you will eat for a day. But if I teach you to fish, you eat for a lifetime. Think about that. If you accept that statement from me, if you say, right on, that's cool, that's heavy, that's deep. If you accept the fact that if I teach you or give you, you're going to starve? Are you saying that I have to stop doing what I'm doing to teach you how to fish? Or you're going to starve? You're saying I'm in charge of your eating. And I have a new saying called a Masonism. I got a lot of them now. My first Masonism, just open the gate onto the lake. I would need nothing else to feed myself. I'm not dependent. Now, folks, you have to understand you are the product of your associations. This is boot camp. When I left for the Navy, I was on the Navy the same day Dr. King was murdered, April the 4th, 1968. I had to go to boot camp, and folks, I paid attention in boot camp. I was on top of everything they taught me because I was confident that the United States Navy had every intentions of putting my butt in front of somebody that wanted to kill me. I was confident that they intended to put me in front of somebody that's going to try to kill me. And they were going to teach me in boot camp how not to be killed. I paid attention in boot camp because I want to survive what they're doing. Today, you guys are in boot camp. This is what you're here for. You're here because this is a new concept. This business ownership is a new concept. This government, this system in America is made for business owners, not business workers. It's made for it. You heard the gentleman a minute ago talk about the taxes. It's made for business owners. It's not made for employees. So you have to learn how to talk, how to think, and how to associate with each other. You got a car and your friend got a motorcycle, you got to associate. He's in a different orbit than you are. You're in the orbit of entrepreneurs now. You got to start thinking like an entrepreneur, looking like one, talking like one. In 1984, I painted a picture of my driveway. I got a long driveway, not a lot of trees on it. I painted that picture in 1984. The house wasn't built till 2007, and I didn't buy it till 2010. But on my wall right now is my driveway, because I called it what it's going to be before I even thought about building it. You have to name what you're going to be. Call yourself that. Announce that. My name is not Mason Weaver. My name is Mason Weaver, author of one of my books. I don't care which one you call. That's my name. I sell books. I can't make any money on being Mason Weaver. I got to make money on being Mason Weaver, author. I got to feed my wife. High maintenance. Requires a case of pair of shoes and a sandwich every once in a while. But you have to have people in boot camp. You got to have people in boot camp training you on what's going to happen out that door. You got to have people here whose guiding interest is to prepare you to survive out there in that battlefield. Now, my wife and I have been blessed. We've had a lot of good success, a lot of friends. I mean, friends that are very high in the industries. I have a good friend named Caroline Firestone. Caroline Firestone was married to Merrill Lynch, but then she married Leonard Firestone. She knows how to marry well, see. So a real good friend of mine, been to her home. Her neighbor is Gerald Ford. We had a great time visiting her. She's a supporter of mine. Everything I do, I can call for advice. I can call for information, contacts. Another good friend of mine is Ambassador Holland Coors. Ambassador Coors' husband owned the Coors Brewery, and her son is now running for her. And I can call her and give her advice. She calls me her hero. And I can call her and sit down and talk to her and be counseled by her. But you let me call Caroline Firestone and say, Sister Firestone, I'm thinking about opening a brewery, a car dealership selling tires. I want to make tires. Can you show me how to make tires? Can you show me how to distribute it, get the rubber from South America? Can you show me how to open a business so I can compete against your family, your kids? Show me how to develop a tire company so I can compete against your children. You think I can call Ambassador Coors and say, Ambassador, I want to open up a beer distributorship. I want to make my own beer now. Can you show me how to do that? Can you give me some advice on that? Your contacts, your suppliers. Can you show me how to pick a good distributor? No. She will not train me to be better than her kids. But you ask your leaders here. You ask your leaders here. You call your leaders here and you say to them, I want some information and knowledge so I can be higher than you in this business. They're going to applaud you. Not only are they going to applaud you, they're going to bring you on stage and brag about you. You have resources here that I've known for a long time. Resources that are expert at getting you where they are. You need someone that's going to get you where they are, not someone that's going to show you how to step on folks to get to where they are. You need people around you that has a vested interest in guiding you over the humps and bumps of life to get you where you are, because you have been too many years as an adult, and you believe that perhaps maybe they know more than you, and they do. You get what you feed, folks. At Berkeley, I was feeding depression. I was feeding defeatism. I was a victim. I decided to become victorious instead of victim. And I took America by its horns. And I said to myself, the only power on this planet strong enough to keep me from where I want to go is me. And I decided not to do that. Training camp. I am honored to be part of the Book of the Month program for you guys. And I want to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing in that Book of the Month. So when I come back, if I come back, I will walk you through the process. You need to have your team like in boot camp. The whole team, 88 guys in my boot camp squad. And we went through training the same day, training the same thing, drilling the same way, exercising the same way, thinking the same way, changed our language, changed what we were doing as a group. You need your team here. I have been in this business 17 years on this stage, speaking across this industry for 17 years. I've seen people sitting there end up on stage. I've seen folks on stage getting hired. I've seen it, and I'm going to tell you something I've never seen. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen anybody make it to this stage without being in this meeting here. I have never seen a person who didn't get it. Tell you what I mean. Tell you what I mean. Almost every testimony from this stage here will include, I was sitting at a major function one day, and I heard somebody on stage say something that made it click. You're going to miss your click if you're not here. I've never heard anyone say, I was driving to a no-show one day, and it clicked on me. You have to be here, and your team has to be here to get this information to get out of boot camp and conquer the hill out there. You have to have your team here. So if you're going to go to the highest levels, you're going to go with people around you. You better be surrounded by folks that are coming here with you. And how you pick that, it's in my book. Get my book. We are afraid. We think that we've been trained to think that we're sheep. We're afraid of the sheep herder. See, the sheep herder acts like the wolf. The sheep herder looks like the wolf, especially this little dog called a sheepdog. And they look like wolves, and they snap at you to get you to go this way or get you to go that way. And we think they love us. They must love us. They get us the good pasture. They give us medical care. They give us low-income housing. You ever notice that nobody ever protests for high-income housing? You ever notice that? Nobody protests. I want maximum wage. They demand minimum wage. They demand are you kidding me? They demand low-income housing because they have surrendered their adulthood. They have surrendered their adulthood to someone else, and they think that success is begging that person for something they need. Wow, I find that amazing. I find it amazing. So we are trying to get a point in life where we can take advantage of who we are. That sheep herder sheep will go here because the sheep herder says go here. He must love me. He says go here. And then one day he says go here. You say, what's this slaughterhouse? What's this? What's this? Because the sheep herder doesn't love you. The sheep herder loves a rack of lamb. Pork chops. It loves the soft feel of your hair on the back seat of his Mercedes. He's driving. He loves that. You think he loves you. You better love you. The sheep herder wants you to surrender who you are to him. To think, I had a guy at the airport, 72-year-old guy on a cool, damp evening at the airport taking my tickets. That was not his career goal. That was not his career goal to be at the airport at 5:30 in the morning in a cool, damp night taking my ticket. It was not his goal, but it was his destiny because he had no goals. He had no goals. So if you're here looking for direction, the direction from here is up. If you're not on Book of the Month, now I'm a Book of the Month author, I got a vested interest in that, but folks, your marching orders for your team, you have to be marching in step. The reason the Army marches in step, the reason it marches is to get someplace faster at the same time. There's no need you to get there before the artillery gets there. There's no need you to get there before the Air Force. So you need your whole team on the same page. You need to be talking about the book, talking about what you read, discussing it, knowing that if I slip up, Bob here got my back here with the same book. Your leadership is directing your training, and they have a vested and invested interest in you absorbing it and working it. They have an experience in it working. You have to trust the judgment. I've seen high-profile folks, shy folks, introverted, extroverted people. I've seen women, single women. I've seen children abandoned. I've seen people have their heads cracked. They were crackheads. I've seen everybody who turns their attention to success make this business work for them. And now, one more thing before I leave. The fertilizer, the soil, the ground has been prepared for you. This nation is tired of being broke and disgusted and hopeless. They're tired of their money being played with. They're tired of the world not liking us. They're tired of losing. They're tired. This nation is tired of it. And what we're looking for individually, like that baby, we're looking to succeed to the next level, something that we are in charge of. When I met my wife 35 years ago, she didn't appreciate the caliber of man that I was. You know, arrogant, self-centered, egotistical. She didn't, what? She didn't appreciate. Well, she thought I was arrogant because I gave her my foundation. I told her what I was going to be doing in 5 years. I told her exactly what it was ambition. Folks, I am 5 years from my accident. Well, when I accident, 5 years. And I had to get to a point where I had a brain to use. I graduated college, and I'm now starting my job. And I told her I'm going to retire in 5 years. I'm not going to work again in 5 years. I built a brand new home and go into business for myself in 5 years. And she said, yeah, okay, the pickup line, right? Pickup line. I saw her 2.5 years later, took her to dinner. The first thing she did, threw both elbows on the table, hands to the palm of her head, and said, "Where are you with your plan?" Halfway through the 5 years now, Junior, we got to have some benefits now. What's going on with the plan? I said, well, that new house I was going to buy, I now live in it. I'm going to retire at 31, not 30. And you need to recognize the caliber of man that I am and decide you want to go with me or still do what you're doing right now, which means you're still broke. And you can either find. So what happened, I had to demonstrate to her that I was going someplace. You got to demonstrate to your spouse. You got to demonstrate to your family, your children. You got to demonstrate that you're going somewhere. This is not a social club. This is a war room. This is a war room, folks. They want you to believe that success is luck. Success is a verb. It is something you're doing in spite of what you see. Success is running and falling into that wall and not being afraid of the next wall. Success is riding a bicycle and falling off and not worried about falling off. Success is you having the experience as an adult to have conquered everything from birth to driving a doggone car. You know what success is. Persistence. We're going to show you how to be persistent in success, how to manage success, how to leave a legacy for your grandkids. Does anybody here know who their great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother is? Yeah, you know why? She did not leave you an inheritance. I mean, if your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother had left you an inheritance, you have a plaque on the wall at home right now for Granny. This is not now. Make sure that your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren will know you and recognize you. They recognize the struggles you went through to get there where they are. See, that's what happened to me. See, I was an angry man. Because I thought the world owed me something. And I took that as a pity party. I sat back and I watched everyone walk around me and go to success. And I was determined that the only way I was going to, like I said, folks, I tried poverty. It just didn't work for me. And I knew I had two choices. I could make money legally or illegally. And I decided to have the police guard me instead of come after me. Yep. So, My wife and I were living in Southern California, San Diego, and we had a great lifestyle, had a boat in the harbor, had homes, rental property, and had a good time. And then we had these two granddaughters that we got custody of them, two little granddaughters. And we brought them to our place. We bought a townhouse, 4-story townhouse with no backyard on purpose. I didn't want kids around. I want neighbors that had kids. So now I got these two little girls with me with no backyard, no patio, nothing else. I'm looking at them and saying, we can't do this. We have to change our lifestyle. We're now parents. We're not parents and business people. We're now parents. So my wife retired at 55 years old. And I've never worked, so we were able to stop what we were doing, sell our property in California, move to Missouri, and went out in the hills and bought a lot of property to sit and watch our kids grow up. We did that because of 25 years previous to that, we set up income that's going to come whether we work or not. It doesn't matter if we work. Have the freedom to pick your kids up and leave. They had I guess it was in Washington, Gettysburg, where they had the 150th anniversary of the Gettysburg Address. We were studying history, studying the Civil War. I took them to Gettysburg. We go on a tour of the country. You have to be able to take your children and show them. You have to be the person that gives them their knowledge and their culture. This is a war zone. You're going to decide this weekend if you're going to be a warrior or they're going to run over you. You have a situation now where when the war breaks out, the diplomats run to the hills and the warriors run towards the noise. Your lifestyle, your culture, your income, your health is now being under assault. You are being attacked. We need some grown adults to stand up and go back toward the noise. Stay right or be left. See you in the future, folks. God bless you. God bless you.